I know I talk about depression a lot. I talk about the worst of the worst when it comes to mental health. I make it seem as if I fight every day to survive. And if you are a person that has mental illness, you would know that for us, mental health can be so bad that it feels like it's the last day on this planet. It feels like you're suffocating. The tears, the trauma, the pain, the headaches, the self-doubt, the loneliness. It makes you feel like it's your last day on this earth every day when it comes to mental illness. We talk about mental health as if it's a silent killer. And it is to a lot of people. Some survive it, some not as lucky. But I don't think we talk about those moments where we've had weeks, months, maybe years of pain. And we come out of that depressive state. And there's this peace upon us. And it feels like the universe is aligning and everything good that we ever wanted is starting to happen. I know for a lot of people, we get nervous, we get anxious, anxiety, when we think, why is everything good happening? Why is everything working in my favor? It must be a collapse eventually. I must spiral eventually. This doesn't happen to me. Happiness isn't for me. And so when life is good, we spend that moment of worrying, when will it be bad again? Instead of taking it in and enjoying that happiness, that peace that we deserve after maybe years of pain. Every time I come out of a mental breakdown, I wonder, when is my next one? Will I be able to survive the next one? How bad would it be? What would it be about? But I don't take in the moment of sitting down and realizing, holy shit. Once again, you survived another one. Once again, you were strong enough to fight this beast. And you came out on top again. With mental illness, there's this stigma that people are weak, that people are lazy, that they use that as an excuse. But I see people that fight their battles, the strongest people in the world. Because I don't think society realizes how strong you have to be to continuously wake up and do everyday activities and go to work and try to keep it together. Go through the worst moments of your lives and still continue to move on and live on. So many of us, depression, mental illness, it takes us. Some of us feel like we can't fight no more, live no more, feel this emotion of pain anymore, and sadly take our lives. For others, suicide, giving up, it is an option. We might have family members that care about us and need us. We might, what I call is, be optimistic depressionists, where even through the lowest, even when you feel like the world is crashing around you, you feel that hope that things will eventually become good again. There are so many of us out here that will never, no matter how bad things get, or no matter how or where they go, would never choose that route because of so many aspects of their lives. I think about all the people that are drowning mentally and literally are at the last wits of their lives, and they still hang on every single day, no matter if it's for a loved one or for hope that things are going to change or for themselves. but they keep fighting. I come on here because we as a family, we as a society, don't celebrate the good times enough. Don't celebrate the peace, the happiness, that small amount of tranquility that might fill our lives when we probably have years of pain. A lot of us might not even recognize it. And I beg of you to be easy on yourself, because mental illness is no joke. It's no rock in the middle of the road. It's a hailstorm. It's a hurricane. And one thing about hurricanes, they come back. Sometimes stronger, sometimes not. Sometimes they don't even show up, but they come back. And I think the most important part is enjoying the times when we don't even have a hurricane or a storm to deal with, to fight with. So many people are used to fighting that they don't know what it's like to sit down. They don't know what it's like to heal. So we're stuck in this cycle, in this thought process of when the next hit gonna come, when the next depression state gonna come, when will I break again? Too many of us see and stay on the ground instead of joying, getting back up and walking again. I think it's important for anybody struggling with mental health is to know their strength, is to know their power, to know that even if you don't see it, feel it, understand it, even if you wake up every day wondering, why do I even exist on this planet? Why me? Why do I even breathe? Why do I continue to breathe? Sometimes there isn't an answer. Sometimes it's just your body saying we can keep going. We can keep fighting. We can keep continuing. Sometimes staying alive can just be for yourself. It doesn't have to be for a loved one or opportunity or the potential of being happy, but it could be to see that one day you'll get old and think, I survived. I fought and I won. I think that's the most important part, is realizing you won at the end and that you kept going. And no matter what anybody thinks of you or what you think of yourself, that's the most powerful thing you can ever do, is keep going. Know your worth, know your scars, your pain, your trauma, but don't let that be you. When all else fails, look how strong you are. Look back on the times where you took it a day at a time, an hour at a time, a minute by minute, and you kept going. I feel like mental health is one of the worst things a human body can have. But for me personally, I know when I look back on life and I look at where I stand today, me going through depression, me going through the ringer, made me who I am today. Made me realize my worth, made me have to sit down and fight the traumas and the pain, even though I didn't want it. There were times where I would wish that I never had depression. There were times where I wish I never went through the things I went through. But then I look at me and I stand in the mirror and I'm proud. I'm proud of who I am. And I might have a lot of work. I might have a lot of work to do, but I am proud that I get to say, I won another round. I am better than what I was yesterday. And I feel good. And I know it's inevitable. A mental breakdown will come again. My depression will come again. My sad days will still come. But right now, I only admire my strength, my grit, and the love I have for myself of keep pushing every day. Nothing else. I'm not thinking about what will happen tomorrow or what will happen in a year or in 10 years, but I'm thinking about how I feel now. And I'm grateful that I can experience this happiness right now. If you are a person that life is just going good, don't question it. Don't have this fear of it'll go away or how long it will last or it's fake. This happiness is meant for you. This peace, this tranquility that you're feeling is meant for you. No matter if it's short term or long term, you hold on to this moment and you love it and you cherish it and you don't take it for granted. Not for any reason in your life. You don't ever take the good moments in your life for granted. And you collect them and you put them in a box. And you wait till you're old and you open that box up again and you read and look at those moments and say, God damn, I did have a good life. I did have a lot of amazing moments. It's so easy to be swallowed in this hole, in this dark abyss and not see anything for miles. But when you look and gather those good times, you'll realize you can make a good life out of yourself. And I'll end it off with this. Sometimes saving yourself is enough. I know so many of us go through life wanting to help people, wanting to save people, wanting to make some type of change. But sometimes changing and saving and loving yourself can be enough. Sometimes tackling the world is too much for one person, but when you tackle one person at a time, and even if that person is yourself, you've already made enough change as there needs to be. I want you to know that you are loved, that you're beautiful, and that even if it's only today that you feel happy, you don't take this day for granted. Take your happiness, your love, and your peace of mind, and you cherish it for the rest of your life. Because with mental illness, we're going to have a lot of sad days, a lot of bad days, and a lot of days where we're just going to feel like we're not going to make it, but we cherish the happy moments and use those days to get us through the depression. Peace.